embroidered ornaments grace the boughs of this Christmas tree. The intricate designs are beautiful on both sides. I'd like to show you how to stitch the double-sided ornaments with ease. Let's take a close-up look of these ornaments. 4 colors of blue thread were chosen for these snowflake ornaments, and then on the flip side, they look just as attractive. You can choose a variety of designs, and these 3 designs, plus many others, 35 others, are in this collection called Lacy Snowflakes, an amazing design collection. Now, to make them dimensional, so they're not really on fabric when they're finished, you're going to be stitching on white organza. Yet the organza is left within the meshed stitching area, so the fabric does give some stability. But after we're done stitching, we're going to be using a stencil cutter and cut around the edges, just melt away the organza. That's why we chose the organza fabric. The key element when working with this is to have matching or coordinating bobbin thread in your machine. Organize your threads and bobbins on the Stack and Stitch thread tower. I have the 4 colors of thread, embroidery thread, for the embroidery design. You can see I have the first thread color already in my needle, but the remaining thread colors have the bobbin color right with the thread, so I know exactly what has to go together. And I've used a bobbin, pre-wound bobbins from the bottom line, used for embroidery or quilting. That way I have coordinating thread in the top and the bobbin. Needle, always change your needle when doing a new embroidery. I work with Class A needles, and I have used the size 75 embroidery needle. They're my favorite. Now, once you get set up with your organza tightly hooped, then all I have to do is lower the presser bar and hit the go button. As I mentioned, there are 4 thread colors. So this first thread color takes about 15 minutes to stitch out. So after this base has been stitched, we'll come back and I'll show you how I change the threads. I just let the machine do the stitching. You can see the mesh background and then a few accents along the snowflake, and now it's time to change colors. Obviously, I've taken the hoop outside of the embroidery unit. Just don't take the fabric outside of the hoop. And my design has advanced on my LCD screen. You can see that it's advanced to the next thread color, a much darker thread color. In my thread tower, I have removed the first thread and put the thread back, the bobbin thread back, and now I've removed the bobbin thread from the underneath side and threaded the top thread. Now that's the normal operating procedure, and now we're also going to change the bobbin. So just pop in the bobbin thread that coordinates with your next color. This is the key to making it reversible. A very simple idea, but it works extremely well. Then insert the hoop back into the embroidery unit. Then you can lower the presser foot and just let it stitch. Same thing, and as long as that organza is tight in the hoop, you're going to have a great design. Well, speaking of great designs, here is a finished design, and you can see the design from the front side as well as from the reverse side. Really looks attractive. Now, heat up your stencil cutter. Here's a close-up of how I just guide the tip of the stencil cutter along the very edge of the embroidery. The white organza just melts right away. And here again is one of the finished snowflake designs. Looks lovely on both sides. Add some beading and hang it gracefully on the bough of your Christmas tree. Nancy's Notions offers a full selection of sewing notions to test out your new sewing or embroidery skills. Order your supplies today.